Well, it is almost time to say a proper farewell to Arsene Wenger. But first, let me introduce you to two men who have been with Arsene through most of his time here at Arsenal Football Club. Two Arsenal legends, Bob Wilson and Pat Rice.
Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for staying. Just a few words from me before this presentation. When Arsene Wenger arrived at Arsenal, which is more than 2 decades ago now, everyone was asking the same question. Arsene who? Now, I was privileged to be the Arsenal goalkeeping coach at the club on the day that he arrived, and it very quickly became clear to me and to everybody connected to the club that this man knew exactly who he was. Arsene Wenger, the visionary Arsene Wenger, an inspiration. He has built the Arsenal that we know and love today. He's lived and breathed this club's values, which have been honed over our 132 years of history. He's actually changed the face of football, the face of the game in this country. Hundreds of players owe their careers to him. I can tell you the same goes for the many coaches from all around the world who beat a regular path to our training ground at London Coney and indeed to his lunch table. But above all else, Arsene is a man who cares deeply about people and helping them to be the very best that they can be. For instance, taking the likes of George Weah from war-torn Liberia to becoming the World Footballer of the Year. George, who then became his country's president, has always referred to Arsene as his father figure. And then there are all the gestures of deep kindness and generosity that Arsene has shown to so many people when they needed advice, help and support, often at really challenging times. This then is Arsene Wenger, the greatest manager we have ever had. One of football's biggest figures in this global age of ours, and most importantly, a special man. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is only one gift from our great club that is truly appropriate and representative of what Arsene has given to Arsenal. Pat Rice has it in his hands because he said I would drop it. Yes, it is the special gold trophy presented to our club following the historic 2003-2004 season. Let me just remind you, 38 league games played, 26 wins, 12 draws, no defeats, manager Arsene Wenger. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the one and only Invincibles Trophy, which Arsene Wenger will now receive to keep. Please give him the greatest welcome you can. Arsene.
Thank you very much. Before I start, I just want to say at Arsenal we care, and I would like to wish my fellow manager, Ferguson, well and very quickly. Thank you all very well for having me for such a long time. I know that's not easy. But above all, I am like you, I'm an Arsenal fan. That means this is more than just watching football. It's a way of life. It is caring about the beautiful game, about the values that we cherish, and as well that something that goes through all our body, in every cell of our body. We care, we worry, we are desperate, but when you come here, in of dreams, we realize and I would like as well to thank everybody at the club who makes this club so special, and I would invite you and really push to support these players, the staff who remains behind me. For me, this group of players has a special quality, not only on the pitch, but off the pitch. And please, I follow this team and support them really next season, because they deserve it. Just would like to finish by one simple word. I will miss you. Thank you all for being such an important part of my life, and hope to see you soon. Well done. Bye-bye.
Great scenes then at the Emirates. There were some concerns about what the reception might be like, Craig, but they've been answered, haven't they? Fantastic moment, a great game as well to say farewell to Arsene Wenger. The fans, they do still love the Frenchman.
Yeah, of course they do. I mean, it wasn't an ideal situation, obviously, for Arsene Wenger to retire at this moment in time. It wasn't his call. There's no question about that. He wanted to stay on as long as he could, really. And talked about before, he's part of the fabric of Arsenal Football Club, and just you tell his speech is different than Alex Ferguson a few years ago, in different circumstances. He would have loved to go on a high. The Europa League really was a heartbreaking defeat against Atletico Madrid recently. So, but all in all, it'll be looked back upon very fondly, and a man that did incredible things for an incredible football club and a group of players that he always stands behind, doesn't he? Thick or thin, they're always a special group of players, even if they fail.
No matter what, and that's been one of the people criticising about that, thinking the team is special and perhaps they're not. But we shouldn't compare Wenger to Sir Alex Ferguson. Different managers, different clubs, but these numbers speak for themselves. 22 years at one football club, you may never see that again in the modern era of football. So an emotional day at the Emirates, and we'll wrap what happened when we come back. Goodbye, Arsene Wenger.
Get fit for summer with the Bowflex Max Trainer, a 14-minute total body